Before you get married, you need to see this clearly. Love can feel right and still ruin your future. One bad choice in love can cost you years. This is not about fear, it is about seeing truth early. Because marriage does not fix pain, it magnifies it. And what you ignore now, you may live with daily. Love can blind you before marriage, but marriage turns on the lights. Attraction feels loud, but character shows up in boring moments. Your heart wants sparks, but your future needs safety. A sweet weekend means little if weekdays feel heavy. Watch how they treat waiters, parents, and strangers. But here's the truth. Charm is cheap when stress arrives. Anyone can act gentle during dating and late-night calls. Real love appears when bills hit and sleep disappears. That is when masks slip and habits take over. One person shuts down, the other starts feeling alone. A handsome face cannot carry an empty partnership. Pay attention to this. Daily peace beats dramatic passion. Notice their routine, not just their romantic words. Do they keep promises when nobody is clapping? Do they clean up their mess or leave it? Small patterns grow teeth after the wedding photos fade. Imagine a partner who always says later and never does. This is where it gets interesting. Attraction fades, patterns stay. Marriage is less about fireworks, more about repeated choices. Choose the person you can trust on ordinary Tuesdays. You do not just marry their smile, you marry their stress. Conflict shows the truth faster than romance ever can. If every hard talk feels unsafe, your body remembers. One missed call becomes a war, and nobody feels heard. Watch whether they solve problems or punish emotions. But here's the truth. Silence can wound as much as shouting. Some people slam doors, others freeze the whole room. Both can make love feel like walking on glass. Healthy conflict sounds firm, but never cruel. It aims to solve, not to win. The goal is repair, not control. Pay attention to this. Blame is a terrible wedding gift. If every issue becomes your fault, danger is growing. If every issue becomes their shame, resentment is growing. Mature people stay honest without becoming vicious. They can say, "I am hurt," without attacking. They can hear pain without treating it as disrespect. This is where it gets interesting. Peace is a skill. Imagine forgetting milk and facing an hour of cold punishment. That tiny scene can become your whole married life. Marriage dies faster from disrespect than from boredom. Respect is love with discipline and self-control. When respect leaves, even kindness starts sounding fake. A joke at your expense can bruise for days. Watch how they speak when they are annoyed. But here's the truth. Contempt hurts deeper than people admit. Eye rolls, mocking tones, and little digs are warnings. They look small now, but they spread fast. Respect means your pain is not entertainment. Respect means your weakness is not used later. A safe partner does not keep score. Pay attention to this. Teasing can turn into training. If they shame you in public, notice it. If they shame you in private, notice it harder. Love should soften your fear, not sharpen it. You should feel smaller only in photos, not in spirit. Imagine sharing a secret and hearing it used in a joke. This is where it gets interesting. Trust cracks that way. The room laughs, but your chest closes, and part of you stops coming home fully open. Some people offer presence. Others only offer performance. Being around you is not the same as seeing you. Loneliness inside marriage cuts deeper than being single. You can share a bed and still feel abandoned. Watch whether they can name what they feel. But here's the truth. Emotional illiteracy becomes emotional distance. "I'm fine" can hide years of locked doors. So can jokes, scrolling, and staying busy. Marriage needs more than paying bills and showing up. It needs warmth, words, and repair after pain. Can they say sorry without acting forced? Pay attention to this. Can they listen without fixing? Sometimes you need comfort, not a lecture. Sometimes you need honesty, not empty reassurance. Emotional maturity knows the difference. Immature love hears tears and feels accused. Mature love hears tears and gets curious. This is where it gets interesting. Curiosity keeps intimacy alive. Imagine saying, "I feel alone," and hearing, "You're too much." That sentence can echo for years. Marriage is not just two people. It is two worlds colliding. Family, friends, exes, and phones all enter the room. If boundaries are weak now, chaos gets a key later. One outside voice can start living in your house. Watch who gets the final say besides the couple. But here's the truth. Loyalty gets tested after vows, not before. A parent can call daily and still control everything. An ex can text casually and still shake trust. A friend can joke badly and plant division. Healthy marriage builds a fence around private space, not secrecy, protection. Pay attention to this. Privacy is not betrayal. Some things belong between husband and wife only. Not every argument needs a group chat. Not every wound needs an audience. Strong couples close ranks before opening doors.
They deal with outsiders as a team. This is where it gets interesting. Boundaries create peace, not distance. Imagine your partner sharing every fight with their mother. Soon you are arguing with ghosts you never invited. Love feels soft. Money feels hard. Marriage needs both. Financial habits reveal discipline, fear, and hidden values. Debt, spending, and avoidance can become daily pressure. A fancy date means nothing beside reckless choices. Watch where money goes when nobody is watching. But here's the truth. Money fights are rarely just about money. They are about power, trust, and feeling safe. One person saves from fear. One spends from pain. If nobody talks honestly, resentment starts collecting interest. Budget talks may feel boring, but chaos feels worse. Responsibility is romantic when life gets real. Pay attention to this. Generosity needs limits and truth. Can they delay pleasure for a bigger goal? Can they admit mistakes without hiding receipts? Can they plan or only react? Marriage gets heavy when one adult becomes two. You do not want to parent your partner. This is where it gets interesting. Rescue kills desire. Imagine begging someone to stop gambling, hiding, or lying. Love turns into supervision, and attraction dies. Do not marry because time is moving. Marry because truth is clear. Pressure can sound like destiny when you feel behind. Fear of being alone makes bad deals look safe. Desperation can dress itself up as commitment. Watch why you both want marriage right now. But here's the truth. A wedding can hide panic. Some people want love. Others just want relief. Relief from family pressure, aging, shame, or loneliness. But a ring cannot heal an unready mind. It only exposes what was already there. Ask the hard questions before the venue deposit. Pay attention to this. Shared purpose matters more than perfect chemistry. Do you want the same life, not just the same photos? Same values, same pace, same vision of home? Same rules for sex, kids, work, and sacrifice? If not, love may keep hurting both of you. Marriage works best when two whole people build together. This is where it gets interesting. Readiness feels calm, not rushed. Imagine saying yes mostly because leaving feels embarrassing. That is not peace. That is fear wearing white. Marriage can bless your life or break your spirit quietly. So choose slowly, ask deeply, and watch actions twice. The right person brings peace, not just excitement. If this opened your eyes, keep it close, and send it to someone choosing forever right now.